22nd of May and it's snowing.
This is really Saskatoon country. Muhammad Ali.
He's got a heart made of yellow barley straw.
That kid that Bart's Rugby Club hired from England, they bought an import in, and I guess he's really good. He's playing rugby and coaching. He's playing for the Prairie Fire now, or whatever they're called. But I guess they got him a job, and he just blew his mind because of one Monday, it was 30 above, and he came home just absolutely beat, not used to the hot weather. And the next morning, it was too cold for them to go to work. And they phoned him and said, don't come to work, they're landscapers. It's too cold to work. I guess this poor kid didn't know what
he was there one of those Wednesdays.
Yeah, he didn't know what country he'd come to. He was just, Bart said he was just bushed from the heat. Couldn't stand it. And the very next morning was the more, I guess that Tuesday that it snowed.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
That happened.
4 seasons in 3 days.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Why we were talking about bingo, because we're all lying.
My husband and I have been living in Calgary for the last 6 years, where I've been working in an inner city community health center, which has been really challenging and exciting work, actually. But we've thought for a long time that we would like to be in Saskatchewan. There are lots of things I like. I love the sky. I love the fact that you can see the northern lights a lot. I like the fact that you're aware of, even when you're in the city, you're aware that there is a countryside as well, which in a bigger city you aren't aware of. And it's been a good move for us, I think, a good move to be closer to our families. And every time we walk around, we are meeting people in the street who are extremely friendly and suspiciously friendly, we think. But it really does have a different feel, actually, in Saskatoon. And last weekend we drove out to the country, and it was just the most beautiful drive I've had for a long time. And it makes us realize that even though the flow seems to be west, that it's good to sometimes turn around and go against the flow, because I think we're going to be really happy here and happy to be back. So.
I stopped the car when they were going to Elida, me and the kids. So I stopped the car near Indian Head because there was this field of sunflowers. No, it wasn't sunflowers, it was canola, and a field of flax, both in bloom. It was beautiful. This yellow one and a purple one right beside each other in a big blue sky. That made me stop and look. Yeah, it was really nice.
I would stop for that too.
Yeah, it was. Maybe I'm just getting old and I notice stuff like that.
The wildlife, you see all sorts of wildlife, you know, beavers, and we see lots of deer, don't we, Pat?
Yeah, we do.
Birds.
Up close and personal.
Eagles. You get up on a morning like this. Was actually, Gar said this morning, it's the most beautiful morning out there today, because when he walked, he took his coffee out there and the lake was just like glass and it's so quiet, and all you can hear is the birds singing. It's beautiful.
I live on the opposite side of the Echo Lake as Michelle, on the south side. I don't live right in Beseda, but it's right across from Beseda in a coulee. And it's nice. I mean, you get up in the morning and sit and have your coffee in the front step and watch the world go by. It's great.
I really enjoy cooking and I love food. So at my restaurant, I try and use a lot of local products. I have a lot of people coming by and selling me fresh Saskatoon, so I try to keep it simple because they're beautiful on their own. So we just make a simple chantilly cream with that and serve that just fresh Saskatoons with the chantilly cream. When I was in Vancouver, I trained under a lot of good chefs. You learn a lot from them, but the people you seem to learn a lot from too are just the other people. Worked with a lot of Vietnamese, Thai, Indian people, Russians, Germans, Italian. Keep things exciting instead of just having a plain old steak. I mean, it's nice to have some crumbled goat cheese on top. This weekend I'm going to get in some fresh mussels. We do quite a bit of salmon because people seem to like salmon. I had a seafood night actually about a month ago. We brought in some mahi. I wrapped it in a banana leaf with mango salsa, oysters on the half shell, pan-seared calamari with a gazpacho vinaigrette. I made salmon pastrami. Oysters, we do a Japanese-style baked oysters with a wasabi ginger mayo. We were in Vancouver and we said we're moving back to Saskatchewan. Everyone kind of laughed and, oh, why would you move back to Saskatchewan? But I have a lot of interests here in the valley, and I mean, we live in a beautiful place. My wife and I have a place on the lake, so I mean, in Vancouver to get something on a lake or on waterfront, or I mean, you're talking millions of dollars, and I like it here, so it's not a big deal for me to move back, and my wife too, so we're both enjoying. We've been back 3 years, and it's either cooking or off to Hollywood to become a movie star, so I decided on cooking. You make more money that way.
The prairie is extraordinarily dear to me. No other landscape has ever meant as much to me as the prairie does. And it has something to do with the width and the length of your vision, how far you can see. Various times of my living in this place, I've had these experiences, like, I don't drive, so I go on buses a lot. Say I'm going on a bus to Regina. It's very early morning. I look out and I see this wonderful sort of crumpled edge of the landscape. It's not really hills, but it's sort of crumpled on the edge, or it's night. And across this dark prairie, far, far, far in the distance, are these small circles of light where people are living, but they're so very distant from each other. I find this moving beyond. I can't express how much. I'm never moved by mountains in the way that I'm moved by the prairie, ever. I've always loved nature in the way that when I was a child, nature meant to me countryside. But having come to Canada, that's an entirely different thing. Here, nature means to me wilderness. And that's one of the reasons why I like this country so much. I was very happy when I saw on a map of Canada before I came, Western Canada, the word wilderness. I was very excited by that, and I think that's one of the great things about this part of the world. There is wilderness. There is not really countryside, but there is wilderness. It's very dangerous. It's like being on the sea, you see. If you were in Britain, you'd have to get on the sea before you could feel like that, because it's quite possible for this natural world, this part of the biosphere where you live, to up and kill you anytime. It could get too cold, it could ice you up, or it could get too hot, and you would be lost somewhere. So that's very exciting. I like that. I don't think one should ever feel totally cozy and safe.
And here's a big one. Yep. Ooh, rush hour.
No, that's
That
nice.
is
No, that's
genuine porcelain.
There you go. That's one button.
You think
And
that
the lid matches? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if that's the original lid or...
I don't think so.
I'm John.
I'm Dave.
And we're the Hardware Guys.
What makes hardware men so attractive to women?
That is a very good question, Donna. What makes hardware men so attractive to women? I don't know. I tend to see hardware guys as blue-collar guys. They work with their hands. They have to know a lot about, fixing things. They have to know a lot about, well, if I have a problem with my house, this guy is going to be able to solve it for me. And maybe it goes back to women, being at home and they want to have somebody who can take care of them. I don't know, maybe that's a theory that I can expound on, but good question.
No, I can't even answer that because I date Dave's daughter and we didn't meet in the hardware store, so. Bye.